All right, and here we are, continuing on the 4-6 profile and the writing of social process. Depending on its association when it's young, remember the tendency of the collective only wants to be of service to its own kind. When you really see that it's in the politics, for example, the collective right only wants to look after those that are wealthy, basically in hopes that those that are wealthy will eventually look after those that are poor. But their main interest is to look after the special interest. And basically, what to get into collective concurration, a collective process, that you get this tendency towards only those collective solutions. So if you have a child that is a 4-6, they're going to spend their first 30 years of their life in the 4-3 mode. And what that means is that whatever the association is going to be, this is going to be the collective that they want to be served, which means that they may not be of service for recognize or how to be of service. Remember, the advantage of a foyer is that the foyer is allowed to be impaled but be in the outside so that they can see what is going on. So they have a larger periphery of any other self-aborted absorbed right angle processes, self-absorbed right angle process. And because they don't have this total self-absorbed perspective, they get this larger food, which means they can be of service. They can see with larger food what everyone needs, that everyone needs a change of pace or whatever the case may be. They can see something. Obviously, if they're limited to a specific group and the group isn't correct for them, then their attention and concentration, their collective approach to a pattern is not something that's going to be respected generally. It's not going to be easily transferable to any others that can influence. The other thing is that all 4-6, their success is deeply determined because the 4 is the personality with the people that they know, with opportunism, who you know where you can go into their life for the 4 and so forth. So for the 4-6 on the cross, there's a parental thing, the attention that the association your child has. And it's not about restricting them. Remember, the 6th line being as the third line phase needs to learn through mistakes. Otherwise, it's never going to get to the proper maturity. But it also has to be protected from being devastated by mistakes because they're really incorrect and it's really the incorrect group. You can end up getting caught in a collective tunnel that alienates you from the rest as you end up in some kind of bizarre punk movement as a teenager. And all your focus is on the service of that and maintaining that pattern and being of service to that pattern. When it falls apart, it can be very painful. So the stillness comes with the 52nd gate, so we get to the juxtaposition cross of stillness, the 4-1. When you get to 4-1, you get to something that's totally different. Juxtaposition always is often like that because it's a medium for transference or shifting. We have a change that is taking place underneath, and the chance is that it have to left behind the 17 and 18, and we have gathered in the 21 and 48 underneath. This stillness is this powerful, powerful hunter. We are back to the hunter story. We're back to the hunter story. Remember the hunter racing along. This is where the hunter learns that the greatest secret in life is that everything is going to come to you. Everything. And this is the only thing that truly brings stillness to the spirit. This is one thing that is clear. Everything is going to be there. You're going to meet everything. It's all there. And in fact, you're fragile or not. In truth, there's nothing you can do about it. This is the wonderful story of the king that is told by his widow that's going to die the next day. And the king doesn't want it. The king dresses up as a power bar, out of the castle, goes into the countryside. After wandering for hours and hours and hours, and he's exhausted, in the night he finds a small little hut. And he goes inside the hut and he lies down and he goes to sleep. While he's sleeping, a thunderstorm comes over the mountains and lightning hits a big tree beside the hut, and the tree falls on the king and he's dead. What to do? You think you're going to outsmart the forces. But the wizard didn't say to him, "Let's remember there's something I teach you often. The wizard fooled him. If you don't ask a wizard the right question, you're really in trouble." The wizard said to him, "You're going to die tomorrow. That's not the point. Where am I going to die tomorrow? Where's the place?" The wizard didn't like the king. The wizard could have said, "Don't sneak out the castle and go into a hut, idiot. That's the place. Now, I'm not going to tell you at all. There's a real strange thing in this juxtaposition. Very, very strange things. All of black magic is in the 48 gate. So the moment that you enter into any cross that carries the 48 gate, there's all this. How can I turn straw into gold? The roots of alchemy. All of the black magic systems. All of this is rooted in the depth of the 48. So the moment that you have the shift into the stillness, you also bring in the 48 at the unconscious level. It's a very, very trickle little place. Because one of the things that it is that it says is the collective life works in a certain way, but if you have depth, you can look underneath and you can see how you can play and manipulate with that. And of course, this is a place where secret knowledge, dark knowledge can be the instrument of the 4-1. To be of service to the forces. Never forget the 55-4. To be of service to the forces, to be of service purely for oneself. And yet at the same time, recognize something that the 4-1 knows unknowns, that despite the fact that it seems like nothing is ever really perfect, they are secrets. And there are things that would change the collective if the collective knew. And if the collective doesn't know, you'd know how to manipulate it.